Yo, 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 what it do, Center Nation? It's your boy. You already know who it is. Formerly number 27 on the field, but always number one in your hearts. Jay Easy here with me today. My right hand man, still number 9 on the field. The Brayden Weight Room, Willie Willis. And then we got D Stutz, Danny Stutzman, number 28, current player. I told Stutzman, y'all, before we start, I said, hey, you got to earn the nickname before I just hand one out to you. So we're going to have more energy for him later on in the season. Anyways, this is the podcast on the prairie. What up, B?
What up? What up?
What up, D?
What up? What up?
Hey, fellas, it's been what, a month?
It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm. Life been moving.
Bro, life has been moving. I've never been so excited to talk to y'all, man. Like, anyways, we just gonna get it started. B Willie, where you at?
I am back in Texas. Finally. Man, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long time coming, man. I'm happy to be, on the team. I'm happy to be, with the Niners and everything. But man, I gotta say, it is expensive out there, boy.
Oh,
it's good to be back in Texas and not have to pay $35, $40 for a simple meal, man.
how much you pay for gas?
I don't pay for gas right now. I didn't have my car out there. Now I'm about to have my car out there, but it's $5.77 last time I checked. And I gotta pay premium, so
Okay. Yeah.
D Stutz, you in Norman?
Yeah, always in Norman, but I love it here, so I can't complain.
I'm just happy you finally got like a little bit of your face shaven. It's not as bad as last time.
I got some, I can still play around with my head,
Oh, you got jokes.
right to it.
You got jokes.
I mean, you were talking about you got clean shave, but you still got facial hair, so I'm confused. Would you shave?
Bro, chill. I ain't have no choice. It's at least you got options. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, y'all, I finally figured out where my beard needs to be. I'm gonna just keep it low because it doesn't connect all the way. And when it gets poofy, I go back and look at pictures. I'm like, what am I doing? So I'm gonna just keep it low trim. I'm moving into finance now. I gotta look a little clean. I had somebody tell me, they said, Jay Hall, if you wear glasses, you look a little smarter and trustworthy. What do you think?
I would trust you with my finances. I'm not. You look like Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm not.
I found these little guys in the locker room. I thought it was the perfect time to show them off.
Oh my Lord.
Oh snap, Danny, you and Jared got something schemed up over there at the house. Something in the backyard. Y'all not telling nobody about?
We're working on it. I think, we kind of just messing around. The videos have been fun.
Yeah.
Start off as a joke. Like, we watched like Kill Bill. We're like, dude, let's make some like samurai movie. And
hey,
then
bro,
like,
y'all getting some good content and some good views off that stuff.
Well, I mean, dude, the first one took like an hour to edit. Like, it was all fun and games. Like,
yeah. Then
the second one, like, oh, we got to step it up a notch. And that took like 5 hours out, like with editing and everything.
Wow.
Where'd y'all get the idea from?
Just like, I don't know. We just watched like a movie. And then we're like, all right, we just got to keep doing stuff. And then, in the backyard, stepped on like all sorts of dog poop and stuff. So, I mean, it was. And then we're like, dude, how do we top that? And like, they're like, dude, we got to go in like his secret lair in the facility. And I'm like, like, they're doing OVs and stuff. And we're over here dressed like ninjas. And I'm wearing like the full fit, and like I have like swords in my backpack, and like obviously I do. They probably, if anyone walked by, they probably like thought like something was gonna go down, but it was late. Like if you like, there's like time. It's like 12 o'clock. We're just in the facility doing like just summer stuff.
Bro, wow. Schmitty must be taking it easy on y'all because I remember
no, absolutely not.
My freshman year, all my free time was chilling.
That's on the weekend. Like we're chilling on the weekend.
Yeah, this is like a Friday night going into Saturday type of deal.
Them Fridays that they try and murder you, but then the rest of the day you're just man.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, those are the best.
Yeah,
man.
I was about to say, bro. I remember trying to make Friday feel so long.
Yeah,
Like I didn't
Friday.
even.
Friday was
Yeah,
the best. You get done with Friday in the summers, and you just like,
yeah,
made it. I made it.
They all,
yeah.
bro, Schmitty, he gives you the hardest stuff Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yeah,
Those are the days they try and they come after you.
yeah. Tuesdays. Yeah, Tuesdays are tough. Right before that Wednesday. Yeah, those
Are
Tuesdays.
y'all are y'all going Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or y'all going like
Yep.
all 5?
Monday, Tuesday, and then we'll do like some player led stuff on Wednesdays, and then
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, Friday.
I think that's what we did that last year, huh?
Player led.
Yeah.
No, Wednesdays is player led. Wednesdays, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays we do like skills and drills. You know how that goes.
Okay.
The same type of stuff we've always done.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I believe it's player led.
Mm.
Brayden, do you believe it's player led?
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, we believe
I
you,
totally
Danny.
believe it's player led. 100%. You know, I take control. You know, the older guys lead. You know, it's a really good time to teach the younger guys, and just
Mm-hmm.
really
Not a
builds that
GA
team.
in sight. Nobody by the door or anything.
No,
Absolutely
just
not. You know, it's just
players. Yeah.
by the book. You know, that's something Oklahoma really does well. You know, that's what we do.
I mean, come on, it's Oklahoma. Like,
By the book. We don't break any rules.
You know our compliance. You guys know.
Hey,
compliance is very strict.
Yeah.
Shout out compliance. Hopefully they comment on this.
I'm just happy they let Danny on the pod.
Right? I'm surprised. I'm surprised I'm allowed to have this hair color. Something.
Yeah.
Bro, it's always funny when I go back up there to the school and I run into Mike Hauk and he's asking me like, how's the podcast doing? And I always think something crazy is going to come out of his mouth the next time. So I try and avoid Mike as much as possible because
we always got slack for everything we did. They're
my gosh.
Dude, I
just for everybody that's listening, just know that we went through a lot of things to get some of the people that y'all requested because it was a hassle.
Bro.
Y'all just don't even know the half of it.
Danny, before you got on here, I swear every interview had to be vetted. Like when we had Caleb on here,
oh my God.
I think Alex was up at like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, Alex, you need to handle this. I'm going to sleep. We got practice. Mike's like watching the video. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a crazy week though.
I feel like times have changed a little bit now with everything.
Yeah. But that was the wild west.
When Mike first texted me, I thought it was like a prank because like his name, you know, it kind of sounds like a joke. You know, like, and so like he called me like twice. And I'm like, and he's like, hey, it's Mike Hauk, and I'm like, I'm not falling for this. Like, nice try. And then I looked him up on Twitter. And I felt really bad after.
Wait. What did he call you for?
Just I don't know. Just like it wasn't anything crazy. He just needed something from me. But I was like avoiding him because I thought it was a prank.
I can understand that because Mike isn't like regularly around the locker room.
Yeah.
Like you only see him whenever you have to do like interviews or media or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
so
this is like before I started doing all that. So it's kind of like,
okay.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were about to say we're in trouble.
No.
Oh, yeah.
We're good.
There goes the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm the drain.
Well, we're not there no more. So if anybody's getting in trouble now, it's gonna be Danny. I don't have nothing to do. Hey.
Yeah, y'all are clear now.
I'm clear.
Yeah, no, Danny. You came on at a good time, bro. We appreciate you.
Perfect, bro. I feel like college football is at a good place right now, you know, with everything.
Yeah.
I can't say that in 2 years, but
have you ran into like $1 million NIL deal yet?
No, I actually speaking of NIL, I got like a cheeseburger coupon, I think. Maybe I think the On-Q did a deal with me where I get like free Sour Patch Kids. I just gotta endorse them. Nah, I'm just playing around, but it just, you know, yeah. Every time I step outside, I get like $100,000 from the Lorax or something like that. Every time I endorse. It's crazy how NIL is now, man.
Man, it's crazy. There's just, you know, it's so much gray area. Like you just can't control it, man. It's like the wild, wild west.
No, it's all over the place, man. It's just, I don't think it's gonna, you know, it's at a really like, it's wild how it's working right now, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The stuff I hear from like other schools, it's like there's no way this can.
You know, it's crazy you say that because, like, you know, I'm on a team. Like a lot of our rookies are from different places. Like I got a guy from TCU, a guy from Texas, and everything. And every time we're joking around, they be like, "Yeah, you know that OU NIL," and I'm like, What
What?
OU NIL? I ain't
What you
get
talking
nothing.
about? See,
I was like, the school ain't do nothing. I was like, the most I made from the school was $300 when I had a little autograph signing session. Everything else came from the podcast, and that was us.
Mhm.
Hey, yeah.
That's one thing, man. I hope the stuff I'm hearing about these other schools isn't true, but it's so hard to like not believe that because it sounds so good, man. Like, especially from dudes that like have really recently like just left, and they're like then they say stuff, but they could just say anything. I'm gonna believe it.
Did y'all
Yeah.
see? I think it was a Florida quarterback that was guaranteed a few mil every year, and then he got there and he didn't get it, and then he like tried to sue the school or something. Maybe my facts are off like that. Anybody know that?
I think I know what you're talking about, but like I
heard of
said, like it's wild, and
There's
you
just so
saw
much
that.
gray area.
Yeah, I mean, and really, then the older guys like start to hear about this stuff, like with people coming in. It's like what the heck? Like you bring a
Because you
new
can't
guy in.
guarantee the contract. This ain't the
Yeah.
NFL where you're
Mhm.
signing a contract. You could tell him, "Hey, we're going to give you this much money," and then he comes and he don't get that much. But that's just on him for believing it because, like, what you didn't sign that. They were just like, "Hey, we're going to give you this much money." They're not entitled to give you that money. That's just all talk, hearsay. So
Yeah, and I think it's crazy because like the dudes that are playing sometimes, like I think like at A&M and stuff like that, like the dudes that are playing are getting paid less than the dudes that are coming in, and like
yeah, no,
that's
100%.
just like that's unheard of. I mean,
It
it's
is,
like
it's funny you said, yeah, it is like that, Stutz, because like a lot of like for example, like me, someone who came in on a very back end of it, right, and I missed it completely, right, but like say if OU was playing guys, like they would pay me a certain amount of money, but to get certain dudes like certain 5 stars and all this other stuff, I'd be sitting up here playing one of the best players on the team, and then there'd be a guy that hadn't even stepped on a foot on campus making way more than me. And it's crazy because there's guys around the country allegedly that are making way more than I am now. I'm like, that's crazy.
it's unheard of. But really is being those older guys are there, you can't like it's just like that in the NFL. Like if you're like that veteran, coming in, and there's that new first rounder who gets that big old signing bonus, you can't really focus on what he's thinking. You kind of just gotta keep your head down and work, or else your spot get taken just as fast. But that's a lot different talking about thousands compared to millions.
True.
Yeah. At least we made some shake though on the podcast.
We did.
Hey, shout out to the Buy Me a Coffees. That was an era.
That was. We were promoting.
Hey, if you bought, I know most of our listeners bought us a coffee. If you bought me and Brayden a coffee over the past couple of years, thank you.
Shout out you.
Hey, because J Hall hadn't had a job for like 8 months, and I officially got one now. But that helped me later on the back end. Hey, speaking of B Willie, I'm a GQ you here real quick. So,
all right,
you got part of your signing bonus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So has there been anything that you have been itching to buy that you already got yet or are planning to get?
No, I'm broke.
Hey,
I am. I live in San Francisco, California. Actually, no, being all transparency, I'm going on a vacation. I was supposed to go on a vacation with my family.
Yeah.
But the timing, we thought the timing wasn't going to work out because rookies I was supposed to be San Francisco till tomorrow, but they let us go a week early. So my parents are already on vacation and everything like that. I'm at my parents' house just chilling. But in a couple of weeks, me and my girl are going to go on vacation, and that's the only thing I've spent money on. Other than that, I'm going to spend money on my apartment. I'm doing a 6-month lease, already furnished place. And then I'll use money to ship my car up to Cali. Other than that, bro, I'm broke up there. They took half my signing bonus. They took half my signing bonus, and it's $4,000 to $5,000 to rent an apartment up there. Yeah, I know. A McGriddle is $8.17. Just a McGriddle. Just a McGriddle. Just the sandwich, not the combo, just the sandwich. Like I said, if I didn't have a car, so on the weekend, I got smart while I was up there though. I got smart. Listen, so the first weekend or two, like I would go and I'd be eating at the facility all day, and then I get to Saturday, Sunday, I'm like, man, I gotta eat. Well, I would have to DoorDash some. $35, $40 for like regular meals here. That'd be like 15, 16 on DoorDash. So I'm like, I got something for y'all. So on Friday, I'll go to the cafeteria. They got these little to-go plates for us. Boy, I make about 6 of them.
Oh yeah, I did this.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll
I
take them
swear
to
I
my
did the
room. I'll
same
put them in the
thing.
little refrigerator in the hotel room, and I'll be eating them all weekend.
Yes, sir. You got to get smart, man. I
Gotta
did the
get
same
smart.
thing while I was in New York.
I'm like,
Swear I
bro, I'm
did the
not gonna
same
pay
thing.
$35, $40 a meal. Like what?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, bro. So yeah, nah, I'm broke, bro. I'm broke.
Have you have y'all had like dinner with the guys or anything like that?
Bro, already no, we haven't had the rookie dinner.
Yeah.
Nah, that's coming up, bro. The vets were already talking about it.
I'm already knowing.
Yeah.
Hey, I think I told you this on the phone, but I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast, but you gotta take them somewhere
Oh,
and have
I
the
got a plan.
menu
Oh,
pre-listed.
yeah. I'm gonna call. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go somewhere. I already have it mapped out. Look.
Yeah.
And I'm also going with my other rookie tight end because he was drafted in third. So look, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna relay this plan out to him when we get back. I'm like, hey, bro, we're gonna go to a certain steakhouse. I already looked at the menu. The most expensive steak is like $60. All right, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna go there. We're gonna call and we're gonna be like, hey, like I'm setting up a party for 6. Like I'm gonna go ahead and order everything right now. Like already a pre-ordered menu. Everybody getting one appetizer, a steak, sides, all the sides, a dessert, and everybody getting a bottle of wine. That's it. It's the cutoff. We're gonna spend about 1,000, and that's it.
As your unofficial financial advisor, I feel like that's a great idea.
There we go.
There
And
you
I'm
go.
not, and me and my boy not eating. We're gonna eat
Bro.
before we get there.
It'd be funny if Kittle looks at you and says, "It's funny that you thought that you were picking the place."
Yeah, no, that was
Then you got to make last minute
it's
calls
actually
like,
funny because
"Yo."
he would actually say it like that too. So like,
Yeah.
yeah. But they did say they've seen some bad situations and they're like, we're not gonna do y'all like that, but we are gonna, have a good time, but we're not gonna do y'all like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like there's been guys that have spent 20,000 on a rookie dinner, 15,000, like, but obviously those are like first round guys,
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah. I mean, for us, being realistic, ours will probably be like 3 to 4. I mean, because we're in a tight end room, so like it is a lot less people than like a receiver group or a lineman group or something. But we're also splitting in half, so it'll probably be 1,500. It is what it is.
Bro,
Can't do
I
nothing
never
about it.
understood how athletes spend so much money until I got there and spent like a weekend with the players. Like the NFLPA came out. Tyrod Taylor took a bunch of guys out one time. I think we went to like one of Jay-Z's clubs. The bill was like
it's ridiculous.
20,000 out the door.
Oh, it's ridiculous,
Like
bro.
maybe more than that. Maybe like 20, 25. And I was like, what? And then fellas wanted to go to another club afterwards. And I was just like, wait, like this wasn't it? Like,
Bro,
what?
I'm telling you, bro, I was talking to one of the guys, and he was like, yeah, man. He was like, you get up here, and he was like, guys kind of do what they want, and I was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, well, guys, they might one weekend they might take a trip to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? So like for Memorial Day weekend I went back home. Some guys went to Vegas, spent 20,000 on the table, boom, you know what I'm saying? They split that between 4 people, that's 5, right? And this is all hypothetically speaking, but like, you spent 20,000 on the table, boom, split between 4 people, that's 5,000 you already spent. Well, you got to get hotels. We're not gonna stay at no regular place when we're in Vegas. There's a lot of fans and all that stuff. So you got to get a nice place, nice hotel, whatever, right? So that's a couple thousand right there. Now these are high ballers, right? These are some of the top players on my team. So like they ain't gonna eat no regular stuff. They're going to steakhouses. Boom, that's probably another 1,000 right there. Yeah. Oh, guess what? We talked about the clubbing and eating and staying, but we ain't even talked about what y'all are really there for. Vegas, gambling. They probably losing 5,000-10,000. So you might look up, get done with a weekend. Oh, and the flights, which I mean, knowing our guys, they probably just got a private jet, probably somebody paid for it. But knowing like, you might look up one weekend, that's 10, 12K down the drain. I'm like, man, y'all are big ballers. I can't roll with y'all, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and go home. I'm going to the crib, man.
Look, these studs over here, like y'all talking about money, and I ain't even got an NIL deal.
You are gonna be so mind blown how like some of the high rollers in your locker room just
Bro,
like money,
yeah.
bro. I got a funny story, bro. I got a funny story. So we sitting out there on the field, and like the way our stadium is positioned, we're kind of
Mhm.
by an airport, so planes kind of fly over our practice field. So every once in a while, a plane flies over our practice field. So we sitting out there at our mini camp one day. Now I'm on the sideline next to George, and George is next to Trent, and a private plane comes, a real nice private plane, and George looks at Trent. He's like, "Hey Trent, is that your private jet?" And I look up and I start laughing like they were joking or something like that. Trent goes, "Nah, that ain't mine." He actually was looking like, "Wait, is that mine?" Like,
Oh, he
nah,
was
bro.
serious,
Yeah, they were. I was like, "Oh,
bro.
okay, oh,
I'm not
that's different."
surprised.
No,
I'm
I
that's
not
mean,
crazy.
surprised at
yeah,
all.
yeah,
No, I knew I was in a different place, bro. When Saquon Barkley was playing ping pong games for like 2 G's a game. I'm like, y'all are reckless.
yeah.
Like,
Nah,
he looked at me. He was like, "Rookie, you want the smoke?" I said, "No, buddy, I can't even. I can't even.
I can't even do it. I can't even get in. I can't even get in.
Can't even get in."
I can't even
Oh
get in.
boy, hey,
Yeah.
these thuts. You over here talking about money, man, but we all know what the people want to hear about, man. Talk to us about the team, bro. Cause I can't keep up with all these transfers. I'm not there anymore. I see the names, but I don't actually know the guys. So, like, do you feel a little bit of the same way that I do? Cause hey, look, cause I remember when you
Wait,
first came in.
let me get there. I'm gonna finish where I know exactly where you're going with this, because I remember how you didn't know my name or nothing like that.
Technically, that was me. That was me.
Hey,
I was like,
yeah,
Denny
yeah, yeah.
Stutzman.
No, but bro, like we have a lot of dudes like right now on the team. Like it's crazy. Like the amount of people. Like my 2021 class. There's only like 3 or 4 of us, maybe 5 of us still here, which is normal. But like the way it's happened with new coaching staff and then the roster turnover. But it's crazy because like I'm not trying to be like I'm trying to learn everyone's name, but it's tough. Like there's so many different dudes and like there's just a lot of new faces. Like it's like a whole new locker room. Like now we got it's just packed and it's a lot of like. But I think a lot of Coach Venables types of guys, man. Like a lot of good people in that locker room. Like, and I think we're starting to become a family. And I think these new transfers that we got have really come in here and they've adapted really well. And they've have a good transition. And actually, the defense is going on like a defensive retreat. You know how the dime time does their stuff. But
Yeah.
I went up to Thaddeus. I need to do something. I don't really know how Dylan Gabriel does it, but I can't really do it like that. Because it's kind of easier for offense because you can just bring like the wide receiver tight ends and then do something and take the line. But defense kind of all together. Like it's a different type of trust. So like we're going up to like the lake. Bringing all the the older guys and the new transfers, and then because the 2023 class has their own thing. And so, I think it's a good thing we got working right now. But a lot of new faces, man. It's unreal. You look around like, dang, like who are you? But hopefully you can make some plays.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like that. It's like that every year, but I think it's even more so because I say that because when Jay Hall and them left, like, and we took over for that next year, which was last year, like I felt like the locker room looked a lot differently. But me and Jay Hall both haven't experienced a coaching change, really. I mean, I've experienced a coaching change, but like we still had our roster kind of intact. There were some new people here and there, but y'all are like the first class or classes to really go through like a serious like roster haul. Like y'all like like NFL guys going out, like guys coming in, guys transferring out, like y'all like new guys coming in from the recruiting cycle. Like y'all truly had a roster overhaul. So like I can't even imagine how it is, you know. And I can because I was up there during the spring, and so I've seen it, and I'm like, I don't know half of who these people are, but
even since the spring, we've had like 30 new guys come in.
that's
And
ridiculous.
bro, but it's awesome, you know, like, cause I remember being that freshman, like super hungry, like, and like, it's cool to see those kids here, like, you know, they finally on campus and like, we do like the skills and drills and we're doing like overs, D, you know, kind of like, you know, you're not in pad, so you can't go anything crazy. And then we got like a new like freshman D lineman going crazy, getting like a bloodied nose. Cause he's just trying to prove something, you know, he's trying to do his stunt. And, you know, an older guy, you know, says like, all right, that's not how, you know, if that's how you want to do it, that's how you can do it.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing all that stuff, you know, and then,
Yeah.
you know, being the older guy now, you know, teaching the young guys, which is cool, man. You know, I was blessed to have, you know, Brian Asamoah, D White, DU, and CK, and those older guys that like were able to like pour into me and teach me like what it means and, you know, what it means to be a Sooner. And now I'm over here doing the same thing to the new guys, and that's real cool to me. And you know, it comes with privileges too. You know, I give them my loop. You know, I'm like, you know, this is yours to take now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember people, you know, my freshman year, you know, I'd have to buy donuts for the older guys. You know, BA would
Yeah.
make me do that, and it's cool. I can, you know, do that for them. You know, I'm like, look, here's what I need. I'm gonna help you up. You got to help me out. You know, I'll be here for film if you need anything. But look, like this loop, it's not gonna make it to the laundry room by itself, and so it is pretty cool.
It's funny how it go. It's funny how quick it changes, huh? Like you felt like you were just
Yeah,
a young
full
guy,
circle.
now you're, you know, a top dog. So it's pretty
Hey,
cool.
for all our listeners, what Danny means by the loop is we put all our equipment and all our clothes on a loop after practice, and it's a little bit of a walk to take it to the laundry room. And no senior, nobody. It doesn't matter what year you are. Nobody wants to make that walk. So Danny's basically saying he gives his stuff to the freshmen. He's like, "Yo, take my
Got
stuff."
to, got
Yeah.
to.
Just
Like
just how it
you
goes,
might have
man.
to go home or run a class or, you know,
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying, go to the training room. It's in the opposite direction. Put that loop on.
It really is the most inconvenient spot. Like it's opposite of where you always need to go. Like it's back towards the field.
Like, hey, youngin, go ahead, go take that for me. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like, you know the drill, like bro. When you're my age, you can do the same thing. Like
Exactly.
I remember the days I had to do it. I used to, I was like well, honestly my freshman year, like I knew like I would walk around like I walk to BA's locker. I'd be like, all right, man, just give it to me, man.
Go ahead,
Like,
get
CK would be like, hold up, and then
Yeah.
give me his. And then there'd be J Red, like, hey, 1 second, and then throw. Next thing you know, I got
everybody. You got like
I
10
got like
loops.
15 loops, right? And I'm like, dang, this
Or like
sucks.
when you hop on a training table to get your ankles taped, there's a young guy on there like, hey, bro, get off the table, bro. Come
Yeah,
on,
man.
move out the way.
Honestly, the
I was
best is
notorious for that.
the best is like the first like team meeting, and like you got some dude just sitting in the front, and it's just like, man, come on, get up.
Get
I
up.
remember someone hit me with that. It's like being the young guy, it's so awkward. You just got like, man, like you were just the top dog, and now you got to stand up. You know,
Yeah.
walk to the back of the film room, and it's like a little walk of shame.
I remember my junior or senior year. I can't remember who was sitting in my seat in the team meeting room. Brady, you know how I always sat like in the front, like towards like the middle of the aisle. Somebody was sitting right there, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you got to get up." And he looked at me. He thought I was joking. I was like, "Bro, like you
No,
gotta
seriously.
move."
Yeah.
Then everybody starts telling me, "He's like, yo, like you gotta get up." And for a freshman, I know that could be so embarrassing because literally the same exact thing happened to me when I sat in Dimitri Flower's seat my first year. I was like right behind Baker. Dimitri's like, "Yo, you gotta move. Like, get up, go to the back." I was like, "Wait, are you serious? Like, we were just friends like 2 minutes ago. Like, what? You can't sit next to me, bro. I'm nervous already."
Yeah. Oh
Like,
man,
help me
that's
out.
good.
Stutz, you were
Yeah.
telling us before the podcast started, y'all got a lot of people in the locker room. Are y'all really like actually on top of each other a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of people in there, and a lot of people. We got some guys sharing lockers. You know, you said it was like that back in the day, and man,
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny. Like I'm just like, man, I couldn't imagine because the
Yeah.
locker's like your home. Like I keep all
Well,
my stuff in my locker.
our
And-
situation was a little bit different because Coach Riley had got on to us about keeping the locker room clean, and we didn't do that for like, I don't know, 2 weeks in a row.
Oh yeah, we were bad. Yeah, we were bad. It was like he told us multiple times, and we were like, yeah, whatever. And then finally, we came in one day,
He dropped a
and all the
hammer.
equipment staff was sitting in front of the doors, and they're like,
Mm.
"Go to the visitor locker room." We're like, "Are you serious?" They're like, "Yeah, all your stuff is already out there." We're like, "Wow."
And Danny, I don't even know if you've ever seen the visitor locker room, but it's literally
I've been there.
it's not even half the size of the
Yeah.
home team locker room.
Oh, it's crazy.
No stalls, no there's like 5 showers in there, if that.
No, really, but like really, the worst thing is going to like a locker. Some of the teams that we play have really nice like visitor locker rooms.
Yeah.
For real.
And like
going to our visitor locker room made me grateful for like teams like TCU.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
visitor locker room.
We
Kansas State.
probably have one of the worst visitor locker rooms in the
Yeah.
Big 12.
Us and Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech is pretty bad
theirs
too.
was terrible.
Yeah, ours is up there for sure. Like,
Good.
I hope we keep it like that too. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
crazy is Stutz, you're saying all this and you're only what, rising junior?
Yeah, I'm only 20 years old. Like some of these kids are 19 coming in, and I'm only a year older than them. So
Bro,
it's
normally you would only have 5 people or that few of people left in your class like your 5th year or your 4th year. Like you're experiencing that like super early.
yeah.
In my opinion. Like I remember my 3rd year, I at least still had like 2/3 of my class left.
Mhm.
So for
No,
you to
it's-
only have
especially like, our linebacker room is really young. Like right now, like Shane Witter's the oldest dude, and I remember when me and Shane were the young guys around there. And
Yeah.
now it's like we're in the meeting room with all the new guys. Like Coach Venables demands you to like whenever he wants you to finish a sentence, like the way he operates, like people knows like you got to finish what he's saying, kind of. And I'm the only one in there talking.
prepare with
Yeah, it's just, like,
That's
he'll
all
be
he'd be like. Coach me
threes out,
immediately. Like,
ones in, just all
prepare with
purpose.
and then you gotta
like,
say,
after
you
with
know, it's
technique.
hilarious.
It's all sorts of stuff. And then like so those young guys don't know. So now like 'cause last year like I had D White and DU who was like, so we're in that meeting like firing off stuff, and then it's just me. And let's say if I don't know the answer, it's just be quiet in that room, and Coach V's like, he's waiting for a response. So
yeah. That's good stuff. That reminds me of Grinch. As a matter of wait, I'm looking back here, bro, because on my way out, I started getting sentimental at OU, and I even started taking some of like the defensive stuff. Y'all remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Speed B.
Yeah, Speed D, no excuses. E
Mhm.
plus R, events plus response equals outcome.
Outcome.
This was
That's
defensive
hilarious.
stuff, and I still grabbed it. I was like, maybe I'll say this to my kids one day.
That is one thing. Hey, Grinch could really motivate you, man.
Oh yeah,
Like,
he was a master motivator. For
He
real.
he could have you run through a wall. That's I'll give him credit for that, man.
Them little pregame speeches that he used to hit
Mhm.
beforehand, you'd be like, okay, yeah.
Master
Yeah.
motivator, but not a master deep. Never mind. No, okay, I'm kidding, bro. I'm totally kidding. Nobody tag him on that, please.
Oh, you finna start some. You finna start some.
No. Sometimes I gotta tease OU fans, bro, because they give me crap about sticking with Lincoln. So I'm like, I gotta fight back every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that is one thing.
yeah.
I did love Coach Odom and Coach Grinch. I came to Oklahoma, like they recruited me.
Yeah.
But, everything works out. I love where I'm at. I love who I'm with.
Hey,
100%.
D. The SEC.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's talk about it.
That
Let's do it.
schedule. That
Boy.
schedule. That's a steep schedule, man.
That's
Yeah, man.
That's a steep schedule. You're talking about a schedule that has Alabama, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Auburn, LSU, Ole Miss, and Missouri.
Man,
Sheesh.
honestly, my favorite part was going to LSU. That's a cool game right there.
Yeah,
like going
Death
to Death
Valley.
an
Valley.
amazing atmosphere.
Yeah, it's honestly like that's something like those are games in one season that people like dream of playing in their life. Like
That's what I'm saying. You have to, for us, we have to wait till like the playoffs or like, maybe a preseason game to do stuff like that, like play opponents like that. That's pretty
people
cool,
don't
bro.
understand like like they see like some of these games and they're like, oh, like Oklahoma like hangs them up there, but like bro, sometimes like you play down to your opponents, and like when you're playing against the best, like bro, you're gonna bring your best every single time.
Right.
And that's just like you see that schedule, like, and we literally have no choice but to like play our best football, and that's something like when your back's against the wall, you gotta do is like all you can do is swing. And like that's why that schedule excites me so much because I know like we're gonna be ready. Like, that's year 3 with under Coach Venables. Like, we're gonna be ready. We're gonna have all our dudes, man. I'm excited.
Yep.
It's hard not to look past. Well, you guys have a whole year of football ahead, so I don't want to put too much emphasis on the future, but man, that's a heck of a schedule. Considering what you got, Hypo over there, Missouri. You got Beamer coming home. That's what's crazy. What if Stogg stayed in South Carolina? He was going to end up back at OU, either playing against them or playing with them at some point.
Yep.
I was thinking about that earlier today.
Spencer Homecoming, if he's still there.
Oh yeah, bro. What if Spencer's still on the team?
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Imagine how loud. You think he get booed?
Oh, 100%. He got booed while he was here. Can you imagine playing for another team?
Yo. Oh man. Hey, all of this Spencer though. That's my dog.
Yeah, no, Spencer's a great teammate, great guy. But our fans do not appreciate him at all.
Yeah. I agree with it. He probably would. He probably would.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah, no.
The fans aren't as they don't view Spencer the same way we do, but
no.
It is what it is.
That's crazy. He got booed while he was on our team. Imagine what
I remember, bro. I remember, like, this is like my first few games while I'm here, and I'm like, yo, I'm on the
that was the craziest situation though. Like, I've never seen nothing like that before.
That ended up on ESPN Sports Center. I remember.
Yeah,
I've never seen nothing like that before.
I was like, dang, you really had no faith in my. Anyway, looking past that, the thing is, like, people don't understand like how much like progress happens in a year. Like, I've been rewatching like last year's games, and like, bro, like that first like few games, like I really I look like a headless chicken, like running around there. Like, it's just like the amount of improvement like we'll make from this year going to next year, and then still that spring ball, and that's another summer under Schmitty. Like, we're gonna be ready. We're gonna have dudes that know what we're doing, and
100%.
That experience with Coach Venables' defense, it's so much different instead of installing something new right before you play a team compared to a call that you've practiced 1,000 times before because you've been running it for 2 years. Like, people don't understand how important that is.
As the Mike, as the captain on the defense, how do you feel about your defense as a collective? I know you just touched on it, but are there any specific areas that you feel like have improved or you're seeing starting to come together a little bit?
Man, our secondary, even, bro, our entire defense, like, realistically, like I'm saying before, like, now that we know what we're doing, you can play with the different like speed and aggression. Like, there's no hesitation that goes on because offense, it's easy to learn a playbook because you know what you're doing. Defense, it's totally like reaction based. So when you're out there and you see a play, I mean, you can only practice a play so many times before a defense. I mean, they all run the same thing, but it's kind of the window dressing that they get to that play. So when you're out there studying a play and then they run something completely different you've never seen, you have to react to that. And then when you're in a call that you just installed, it's hard to get that solution. But when you've done it before, the rules of like why you're running it and why the safety has to do that, why the lineman has to do this, then when you're out there and you see something, you can look back at those rules that's your foundation. And so that's why it starts to click and you can play fast and make plays.
Hold on, let's touch on that real quick, a little bit more. Stutz, you said something that I was talking to George and our safety Huff about, and he asked one time, George and I were talking about just the offense and like what we have to do and everything, and he said, you'll be good as long as you don't have any MAs, et cetera, et cetera. And Huff was like, what is it like? What do y'all consider MA? And we're like, well, I mean, anything, because on offense you have a set list of like responsibilities on offense, right? So it's like, okay, boom, we're running outside zone. I'm, try or quadding or whatever to so-and-so, right? Like, you have your rules already predetermined and set. Like, on defense, like you said, none of that is like even in the question. Like, it's all reactionary based. Like, it's just like, okay, what are we saying? And like, I think that makes defensive players, it makes them have to grow up a little bit faster because you have to actually watch film. You have to actually study your stuff because you have to look at looks and be able to figure out stuff. Whereas on offense, you could grow up a little bit slower because you're just getting told what to do. And it's not until you get older where you realize that when you know what the defense is doing, you have an advantage. You start looking at like ball as a concept rather than just like jobs, But
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
that's good. Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah, when you look at it like that, with defense, there's only so many types of coverages. There's so many cover threes, cover fours,
Right.
mans. I mean, obviously there's different variations, but when you're an older guy and you watch more film, you start to realize it's the same exact thing for the offense. There's only so many ways you can run the 92. There's so
Yep.
many ways you can run the 95. It's just the picture that they try
It's
and
all
get
just
to.
dressing. Yeah, it's all
And
dressing.
that's something that our offense does very well. And like Texas offense, as you're watching them, like we're watching them now, just getting ready, you just see like how they do stuff, and you're like, it starts to tick, like it's like it starts to click, like okay, like they're running the same plays. It's just the the formations and motions that they try and trick you on.
Yeah, 5 ways to get to the same play.
Exactly.
That's it.
But but looking back, like our players, like the amount of experience that we have in that secondary is insane. And and we got these young guys that are getting taught by the older dudes. Like at corner, we look so much more confident out there. Having a guy like Woody Washington, so much experience, able to pour into like a Josiah Wagner, who we've talked about before, is a really great player. I mean, it's gonna, he's gonna be able to grow exponentially because he has an old dude who has so much wisdom pouring into him. As compared to last year when those older guys are learning the exact same stuff as the new guys, so it's not as quick as a transition. And
yeah,
I mean, obviously, everyone sees the type of growth we've had in the D line up front, and we've gotten all sorts of guys in the portal. But I can talk about my roommate Kelvin Gilliam, who when he got here, he was 260, and that man's 300 pounds now, and like that's someone who I
yes,
know
sir.
like he's hungry, and like we got 300 pounders like everywhere now. Like we got some dudes, and then I mean, you see on the edge, man, you see dudes like Ethan Downs, a freak of nature. We already know that, but now we got dudes like Adepaju, like that man's a freak. Like, dude, we got guys all over the place. And I know you guys know offense can do their thing. Levy's got that down to a science.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I think, everybody always asks me, especially the first thing they ask me is, what happened last year? So I got to answer all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, everybody's always like, well, how y'all feel like y'all going to do in the future? Like, what do you think about the SEC, et cetera, et cetera? And I say the same thing you do. I feel like a lot of times, even this year, I mean, last year, we weren't too good, but we did play down to certain people. Y'all know the games that we played down to.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know the games that we played down to. And it sounds weird because, like, you look at a record, like, how can y'all play down to? We played down a lot of games. A lot of games we lost because we were playing down that we shouldn't have lost. A lot of them. So, I mean, the margin for y'all to be really, really good is actually not as far off as many people would think. Y'all are actually right there, along with a lot of good players, man. I watched during the spring. Y'all added a lot of good players to that defense. Young guys, old guys, transfers. Like, y'all's D-line looks like the guys coming off the edge actually look really good. Like, I saw some heads clacking during spring, and like you said, I think the most improved part, linebackers, our last couple of years have always looked good, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? There was a learning curve of y'all knowing what to do last year. That just comes with having a new coach, right? But the secondary has taken, like, y'all look really competitive in the secondary, and also, like you saying that having old guys knowing the system now and that being able to teach the young guys, it's good because we also had older guys that have been in another system beforehand. And like the old saying is, you can't teach old dogs new tricks. So like when you've already been in a system, you've already, did stuff a certain way, it's kind of hard to adjust to a new system, everything. Now you got older guys that have learned this system, and now they're teaching it to young guys where this is their first system ever. Like, this is the first thing they're learning in college. It's going, like, what I'm saying? It's going to happen a lot faster. So I think it's going to look really good for y'all. Y'all got a great schedule this year. I think y'all are going to do well. And then after that, focus on this year. But after that, the real fun starts. So.
And people don't even realize. Well, 1 second. People don't realize last year we had 5 games that we lost by 1 score.
Yep.
And like that's just a few plays that dictate that outcome.
Literally, like 2 plays.
Yeah, and I mean Jay Hall's senior year, it was like the same thing, except we were just on the other side of that, like where we had that experience on both sides of the ball, where we were able to make those like last second plays, those clutch moments that really impacted the game where we're able to pull through on those tight wins instead of losing in overtime against like Texas Tech.
Right.
And it just comes with experience.
And we said that. We said that in the meetings and everything. We said that that's the only difference is that we had a little bit more experience. We're a little bit younger on this end of the spectrum this year. So that's all it is.
No, you guys are right in terms of it always being just a couple of plays. Like over the past, especially this past season last year, Brayden knows I brought up specific plays. I'm like, this is where the difference was made. And oftentimes that would be on offense. I mean, not offense, that'd be on defense. And so for the first time ever, from a non-biased standpoint, I'm excited to see a dominant secondary, especially as Venables is recruiting size. You know, we've never had very big corners, very big safeties. These younger guys are looking pretty big. I think that the only concern that I have for the first time ever for me watching Oklahoma is the offensive line.
Offense.
But yeah, that's like I'm cool. I'm cool with DG. I know the receivers will naturally step up.
Running backs are gonna be fine. Receivers are gonna be fine.
I think we have the best running back room as a collective that I've seen since Rodney Anderson, Trey Sermon. Well, no, since Joe Samaje and those guys. But the offensive line really hasn't. I haven't been up to a practice, and I've only really seen the spring game, so I can't say too much. But I'm hoping that area sharpens up. But like Brayden said, you know, you guys got this year, and then
I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, you guys.
I think our offensive line is going to be fine. You got older guys on there. You got you got TG, you got McCade. You know, so
I'm looking forward
got
to Rain stepping up.
Yeah, I just think it all has to gel. Like I don't think it's necessarily the players. I think it just all has to gel. And that, you know what, it always is like that. If you've looked at the springs that we've had, Jay Hall, like there's been some springs where we've gone into a spring and we're like, whoa, our offensive line, bro, they're struggling. Like, and then we go into the season and like, oh, our offensive line is actually good. It takes time for a new offensive line to gel. You know what I'm saying? It is a chemistry thing. And like we lost, two of our tackles last year. We lost a guard. We lost some guys. So it's going to take a second for them to gel. But once they gel, I think they're going to be good.
I'm looking forward to this year and the future. Oh, and by the way, Sooner fans, before you give me crap about it, I realized I said Hypo was at Missouri. I know he's at Tennessee. My bad. But just had to touch on that real quick. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up, we thought it would be cool to go through our YouTube comments and bring up a couple cool ones that we've had. This is something new we haven't done. So we're all going to read one apiece, laugh about it a little bit, and just go from there. So I'll go first. Let's see. Who was this? Chicken-NK4QJ. I don't know what type of name that was, but I think this was episode 67. He said, Danny, love you, but those gummies will get you flagged. And when I first read that, I busted out laughing because I took a screenshot and Danny did indeed look a little
you gotta understand.
Yeah.
See, the offense doesn't understand this. Like I use my head a lot, so sometimes there's some days where.
Believe me, we use our heads a lot too. We're in the trenches too. We understand.
You're in the trenches, I'm coming downhill. Like
I'm coming across the offense. What you don't understand is I'm coming across the offensive line on a cutoff block, heads up with a defensive end or a defensive lineman. Like wow. Every other play. We run a lot of split zones, and that tight end is coming across the backside.
Bro, see, the rules have changed. I mean, honestly, the rules have changed. You guys could cut block, like come across the edge and just drop. Like that. You guys are just taking out my legs.
You can, but that makes it predictable. You got to go ahead.
I've seen J-Hall do it numerous times. Just
I mean, we're not just gonna go heads up with a 320-pound man.
I can't make a cut block tackle. Like I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, so sometimes these eyes don't work like how they should. It just that's all I can say.
You're not cut blocking Marquise Hayes. You're taking him head up or ducking.
Oh my gosh, that man. He was actually Marquise. I'm glad we brought that up. So like my first fall camp practice, I was a summer guy, so it's the first time in pads.
Yeah,
I had like a crossfire blitz, and this was like my welcome to college moment. And I'm looking at the center, I'm like, I'm best set this dude up. I gave the center like a jab, cross his face. I'm a little too high. Marquise comes back. Pow! You know, I get ragged on. I get ragged on. And then I bounced right back up. I remember going on the sideline, and Coach Wiley was just cracking up. He was like, "Welcome to college." And it was just, that's a Marquise Hayes story right there.
Marquise was probably one of my favorite linemen. Him and Creed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big Mo was funny.
Mm-hmm. What's the next
All
one?
right.
Who's up next? What y'all got?
All right, I got one from episode 65, the surprise pod. We got Jamie Teeter, 1532. They said, I swear our season changed when B. Willis' car got hit. And you know what? I agree. That was a bad juju. In another universe, we would have went 3-0, and then we would have skyrocketed. We would have won all our games. We won a national championship. That's the reason why our season went the way it did. That's exactly why. So I blame that.
Yeah, because y'all started off good.
And we look good. I'm not gonna lie. Well, the first 3 games, I was like, wow, we actually.
Yeah. Then after the car wreck, it kind of went like.
Then the next 3 games, we were like, holy crap, what is going on?
Your car wreck turned the season into a car wreck. All right, what you got, Danny?
All right, so actually, I was about to say one, but I saw another one by, Sean B. 4712. Stutzman looks like a grown ass man now. Appreciate that, man. I couldn't agree more. I'm glad to see someone respecting all the hard work that goes in that weight room.
Oh my gosh.
You got to give a little bit of credit my way. You know what I'm saying? I kind of made that Stutzman, we were next to each other in the weight room. We were like rack buddies, and I'll be over there doing, little dips and everything. And I would challenge.
It's a blessing for you, a curse for me that we can never have a W drill where I'm, same size as you, in prime on prime. Obviously J Hall got lucky there, but
you got jokes.
Moving on.
Anyway, you suck, Danny. I want you to say the other one here. I'm gonna say it.
No, I'm gonna say it. I have 2.
You got it.
The same episode, Oklahoma Lone Wolf.
Yeah,
I love how Danny just lets the black racism roll off his shoulders. I'm sure he has to deal with it all the time. I mean, I played football my whole life. It's just something you get used to, man.
Hey, at least Venables is getting some more white guys in there.
It's nice to see, but I mean, like I said, I don't see color. They're all my brothers, man, all my family. We're a team.
That boy from Florida.
He is from Florida. He's been a minority. He's been a minority in terms of football all his life, guys. Like it happened,
I don't count white guys from Florida. I don't count white guys in Florida as regular white guys. Like y'all are different.
That is true. I mean, you really can't count them. Yeah, that is true.
I mean, my freshman year coming in, me and Ethan Downs were like the only 2 white guys on scholarship on that defense. So times have changed a little bit, but
Danny's like, about time we get some representation.
Nah, man. Nah. We look bad. I just like ball players, man. If you can play, you can play.
You said ball to players?
No. Good one. Really
hey, that's a good answer, Danny. I like it.
Good one. No, if you can play, I like ball players,
Oh, man.
Headhunters.
There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is all we got for this episode of the pod. B, Danny, y'all got anything for the people? Any shout outs?
Shout out your barber, man.
Danny, shut up.
No, man. No shout outs, man. Don't forget about me now. Like, I mean, geez, I know I'm gone, but like, I'm still number 9 in y'all's hearts. And you know what I'm saying? Like, wow. It's crazy how things change, Jay.
People forgot. Actually, J Hall forgot my number, and I'm 28. And we actually, for the bowl site, shared a locker because he was 27.
Yeah, that is true. I'm sorry, Danny. I'll never do that again.
And I specifically remember I had KB next to me, 26. There wasn't no gap between me and you, so that must mean I'm 1 number above you.
Yeah, I'll never forget. For y'all. Listening, I called him 29 before we started, and he got so butthurt.
I'm not 29 in your heart. I guess I am actually 29 in your heart.
Nah, buddy, you're much higher than that. Anyways, that's all we got, lady. Appreciate y'all listening. We'll probably do another episode in a couple of weeks. That's all we got. Peace.
Deuce.
Dude.